Welcome back to Cooking with Tris, real food for real people. Today we're cooking a hearty and delicious vegetable soup. Now this dish is far from complex. It's not sophisticated, it's not pretentious, it's just really simple. And that, I think, is what makes it just so good. There's nothing better at this time of year when the nights are drawing in and the days are getting shorter than coming home in from the cold and grabbing a hot bowl of this soup. It's just, it's delightful. It's comforting. It's like getting a big warm hug. You're gonna love cooking this. I love cooking it. And it's just, it's just brilliant. And simple. At its heart, it's its simplicity. All it's made up of is a load of seasonal root vegetables. You just have to go down to the market, your supermarket, have a look around, see what's looking good, and that's exactly what I've done here. I've got a couple of turnips, I've got a couple of carrots, I've got a quarter of a celeriac, 2 onions, a leek, and some parsley. That's it when it comes to the actual ingredients. In terms of seasoning, again, we're going to keep it really simple here. Just got some salt, pepper, going to have a dash of soy sauce, like a vegetable bouillon cube, and then we've just got some butter here that we're going to sort of saute the vegetables in to start off with. This is the perfect dish if you're cooking on a budget or you're cooking for a lot of people. These ingredients will go a long way. Trust me. If you're making something that you're going to eat over a few days, this is perfect for that. If you're making something that you can cook for a load of people, again, perfect. So with that in mind, you're going to need to dig out the biggest bowl that you've got in the cupboard. It's also really good if you want to try making soup for the first time, say. It's really simple, straightforward to make. There's not a lot that can really go wrong. So it's a great place to start. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, get all this veg chopped up, and then we're going to start cooking. I'll see you in a sec. So I've got all this veg chopped up. Just whacked it all together in the one bowl, and I've cut them up into little kind of tiny little chunks like this. Reason for that is because it's soup. We want to pick these up with a spoon before we eat it. I've got the parsley finely chopped in another bowl, and that's going to come in right at the end. In the pot here, biggest pot I've possibly got, so anything that looks like this is going to be good for you. I've just got a big knob of butter and a little bit of, I'd say a tablespoon of vegetable oil in there. So I've got that melting away. What we're going to do as well is just add in our stock cube, like so. So the reason I'm doing this is just to bring all these flavours together, and then we're going to coat the vegetables in that, and it's just going to really, be a powerful sort of coating for the vegetables. I'm also going to put in a good few dashes of our soy sauce, so a good splash in there. I'm just going to let that sort of melt together before we add in the vegetables. And there you go. It's just starting to sizzle, which is great. So when you get to this point, all you do is just whack all the vegetables in here and really stir them around like so. Want to coat them with as much of the butter, vegetable stock and oil and soy sauce as we possibly can. So keep on turning this around. And all I'm going to do now, as I say, I was telling you it's so simple, I'm happy that they're nice and covered. I can just hear it starting to sort of sizzle away a bit. Just going to put the lid back on, like so, turn it down slightly, And then we're just going to let them sort of steam, saute away a little bit and basically soften down a little bit. We're going to give it, I would say, 5-10 minutes, and then we'll take a look at it. It's been about 10 minutes now, so let's take a look at how that veg is doing. Wow, it's doing really good. That combination of butter, oil, stock and soy sauce has really packed a punch of flavour in here. And that combined with the vegetables as they're sort of starting to caramelise away a little bit at the bottom of the pan, yeah, it's just so fragrant, and that is looking and smelling absolutely fantastic. I'm just going to turn this up a little bit now, just to really start cooking down those flavours. This has been on the high heat for about 2 minutes now, like this, and it's just finishing off, sweating down that veg. I'm just going to add our water in now. I'm going to add about 1 litre of just water here, like so. Just grab some more of that. Here you go, a bit more. So just add this in there. Give it a quick stir around. And yeah, that's looking great. Really impressed with that. And here we go. That is looking great. I'm just going to keep it on this high heat until it starts to bubble up. Then we're going to turn it down, lid back on, and let it cook away. So that is well and truly bubbling away now. Just give this a quick stir, and then all we're going to do is put the lid back on, reduce the heat right down to an absolute minimum, so really low heat. We're just going to leave this for about an hour now. Let that veg do its thing, release all that flavour the stock, and yeah, this is going to be great. Really looking forward to this. I'll see you in an hour. Okay, so this has been going for about an hour now. Just open it up, check that out. Looks absolutely fantastic. Let's put this on here. All the vegetables are really nice and soft. They've been cooking away here, nice and slowly, and it smells amazing. All those flavours have really come out. Now you could serve it like this. It'd be good to go, just whack the parsley in, really good. That is if you like a really chunky soup. Now me, I prefer it a little less chunky. So what I'm going to do is I have my handheld blender here, and I'm just going to stick it in here and just give it a bit of a whiz. The reason for this is that, as I say, it's going to make it a bit smoother, and I think by whizzing up like this, really whizzing up those different vegetables in there, I think it really helps to bring out a bit more of the flavour. So I'm just doing it in bursts here. Just move that away. Now, again, it's up to you whether you want to. You could have it completely smooth if you wanted to. If you wanted it to be like a cream of, like a cream of vegetable soup, just keep on whizzing away. But for me, this is perfect. So I've still got lots of chunks, but it's nice and smooth as well. Right now, check it for seasoning. It tastes really good. All it's going to need is a few twists of black pepper, and then a couple of twists of salt. It's totally up to you how much you season it. Some people like it saltier, some people like it more peppery. Completely down to your own taste. Just taste that again.
A little bit more salt. But just try that once more. Stir. That's perfect. All it needs now is to add the parsley. And here it is. Just going to put it in like so. Put it good. Stir around. Like that. I'm just going to turn up the heat a little bit now, just to bring it up to a bit of a simmer just before we serve it. As I say, really simple. All these ingredients cost next to nothing. You know, you're talking less than, I don't know, €3 or something. It's so cheap, but it's so tasty. And with this amount of soup, you know, there's just the two of us. So the meals here, lunches, dinners, it's going to go a long way. And it tastes really good. So I've just brought this up to a simmer now. And that is looking perfect. Brought it up to a simmer just to allow that parsley just to wilt a little bit in there and, you know, add some extra flavour. So I reckon that is ready to be served. So I allowed the soup to simmer away for a couple of minutes. Just let that parsley do its thing in there, and now it's ready to go. Wow, and look at this. I'm really excited. It's the perfect consistency, even. There's lots of chunky bits in there, lots of smooth bits. I'm really happy with that. It smells absolutely fantastic. Serve it with crusty bread, lots of butter on top. This will be perfect. As I say, this is purely comfort in a bowl. And let's see what the taste is like. Really good, so full of flavour, it's amazing. Yeah. I've lost for words, it is that good. Hope you enjoyed the video. Keep watching for more. I've really enjoyed making it. I'm really loving making these videos. I'll see you soon for more Cooking with Tris, real food for real people. Take care.